Your Highness? You summoned me? No, forgive me. I should not have phrased it so coldly. You requested my presence, and I came with all the haste that decorum allows. The guards outside looked rather puzzled when I told them not to announce me. I trust that was intentional? Ah, a private audience then. Only us two, beneath candlelight. As always, my princess, my sword and service are yours. You wish me to stand? Very well. Though, if I may confess, standing here before you without the formality of the hall feels different. The silence in your chambers carries your perfume and the whisper of the curtains, and neither is kind to a soldier's composure. Yes, I suppose that was a poetic way of saying, you make me nervous. You wished to speak with me about something after dinner, did you not? I was half expecting a summons to discuss tomorrow's council, not this quiet hour. Oh, you noticed that I barely ate. Trust a princess to read even the smallest lapse of appetite. No, I am not ill. Merely thoughtful. A knight's stomach turns restless when her mind is elsewhere. And yes, perhaps my thoughts were wandering to you, as they are wont to do. Forgive the candor. You asked for honesty tonight, did you not? May I say, your chambers are changed since last I saw them by the daylight. The candles make your tapestries breathe. That violet silk behind you seems almost alive. It suits you. Or perhaps you make it seem so. Ah, you tease me now. A knight versed in fashion, was it? Hardly. I only know that beauty does not hide easily. Yes, I am avoiding sitting. Habit. A knight stands guard even in peace. Yet, if you insist. Thank you. I shall try not to rattle the furniture with all this steel. You know, when you send for me at such odd hours, the court whispers. They imagine secret briefings or treasonous plots, or that I'm teaching you swordplay in the moonlight. But never once do they imagine the truth, that you simply like to torment me with conversation until I forget every line of my oath. Yes, torment. Sweetly done, of course. You wield your wit like a rapier and leave me no defense. Tell me, my princess, do you find joy in seeing your knight flustered? I thought as much. You're smiling. Don't deny it. There it is. That little look of triumph. The one that could unmake a general's resolve faster than any siege. You truly are merciless. Merciless and kind. Somehow both. You asked me once, when I took my oath, whether I could guard your heart as faithfully as your life. I thought it a jest. Now I find myself wondering if that was the truest question ever posed to me. Forgive me. Too grave a note for so gentle an evening. I am supposed to be the steadfast one, not the sentimental poet. A poem? You recall the one I read you by the lake last spring? Where duty kneels to beauty's light. I did not expect you to remember. Yes, I wrote it. Poorly, perhaps, but with sincerity. You must promise never to show it to the court minstrel. I'd never live down the comparison. You jest that I sound more bard than knight. Well, perhaps being near you inspires strange courage. Words are easier than swordplay when the foe is one's own feelings. You ask what feelings I speak of. Dangerous ones, princess. The kind a loyal guard should silence before they take root. Do not look at me so. You'll make me say it plainly, and then I'd never forgive myself. Let us speak of lighter things. Tell me about the banquet earlier. Did Lord Fenric finally trip over his own cape again? He did. Glorious. The man could turn a toast into a tragedy. I miss seeing you laugh like that, without the weight of court watching. You sound free. If I could, I would build you 100 moments like this. Quiet, safe, untouched by duty or expectation. Forgive me, too forward again. I forget my place when you smile. Yes, I do say that often, don't I? Forgive me. Perhaps I should ask pardon less and feel more. But feeling is treacherous ground for one sworn to guard. You once asked why I joined your father's service. I told you of honor, of oaths, of wanting to protect what is good in Xenor. All true. But there's more, and less, to it. I think I stayed because I found something, someone, that made the fight worth it. No, not the treasury. Not the hounds either, though they're loyal beasts. You know whom I mean. You are cruel, making me name it. My tongue knots itself whenever I near that truth. Yes, I know. You would call it courage, not cruelty. You always do. The candles burn low. Shall I tend them? As you wish. There. You've kept them in the shape of a circle tonight. A warding pattern? Or simply aesthetic? Ah, to make the chamber feel smaller, cozier. It works. The world ends at the edge of this light, and only we remain. If I may say, Princess, you are braver than most kings. You meet the night unguarded, save for one weary knight whose heart betrays her with every glance. I should not have said that. I keep crossing lines in my speech as if daring you to notice. Of course you noticed. You always do. You ask what weighs on me lately? This. Exactly this. The battle between duty and desire. Between the sword at my side and the pulse that quickens whenever you speak my name. And yet, even admitting that much feels like standing at the cliff's edge. You'd think I face dragons easier than your smile. And you'd be right. Oh, I should flatter you more? My lady, if I flattered you more, I'd lose my rank for insubordination by dawn. But, if you insist, then yes, your grace rivals the stars. Your laughter could shame choirs, and your wit could carve marble. There. Consider yourself duly praised. Shall I kneel again, or does that suffice? So you would have me kneel, ever the mischievous one. Very well. My princess, were I to kneel every time you bested me in words, I would never stand again. Though there are worse fates than this view. No, I meant no impropriety, only that the light gilds your hair as though it were spun from dawn itself. You deserve to be seen as you are, not as the court parades you, but as the woman who still reads poetry by the window when the city sleeps. The one who hums old lullabies to calm herself before council sessions. I have seen those moments, though you thought no one watched. They remind me why I swore to you. Not to the crown, to you. That was too much, wasn't it? You don't mind. God's help me. Then permit me a confession less treasonous, perhaps. I've never found rest outside your presence. When I ride to war, my mind drifts back to this chamber, to the sound of your laughter echoing in marble halls. It is the one memory I cannot command to silence. And yet, I bury it, because that is what knights do. We bury what is tender, lest it become weakness. But you dig it up again, with every smile. Yes, I suppose you should feel guilty, but only a little. You ask if I'd rather guard the dungeon than endure your teasing? Never. The rats there have less charm. Still, perhaps I should take a turn about the chamber, else I forget how to breathe properly. You keep the window open tonight. The night air smells of rain. It suits this mood, restless, expectant. Do you ever wonder what the city dreams when its rulers sleep? I like to think it dreams of peace. Though lately, my dreams are less noble. You're still watching me, aren't you? I can feel it. If you stare much longer, I'll forget which hand holds my sword. No, I would never raise it to you. The thought alone is absurd. My blade was forged to guard you, never to threaten. You ask why I'm so solemn? Habit again. Knights hide behind solemnity like children behind shields. But you keep disarming me, and soon I'll have nothing left but truth. Perhaps that is what you wanted tonight. Not strategy or gossip, but honesty. Then let me give you that, even if it costs me sleep. You are the brightest part of my every waking day, and the reason I fear dreams. for they show me a world where I have no right to stand beside you. Too far again. Always too far. You'd forgive me 1,000 times, wouldn't you? Saints above, you make it too easy. Do you remember the garden last midsummer when you crowned me with wildflowers after sparring? You said a night looked less frightening with color in her hair. I kept one petal pressed inside my journal. It's still there, brittle, but bright, like that afternoon. You ask why I tell you this now? Because some truths wilt if kept too long in darkness. And because I think tonight, beneath this quiet, something in me refuses to keep silent any longer. But before I say what trembles on my tongue, I must ask, are you certain you wish to hear it? For once spoken, it cannot be taken back. You do. Then, let me find the courage. My princess, you are my liege, my light, and the ache I cannot name. Every oath I swore was to protect you, but somewhere between sword and vow, my heart mistook devotion for something deeper. No, not mistaken. Transformed. Against my will, perhaps. Or by it. I can no longer tell. There. Half the truth laid bare like a wound. Say nothing yet. I know my place. I know the peril of this confession. Let me have only this moment of honesty before duty reclaims me. If you wish it, I will forget I ever said it. Tomorrow, I'll don my helm, and you'll only see your faithful knight again. You would not wish me to forget. Then perhaps there is more mercy in your heart than I dared hope. I can see the candles reflected in your eyes. They tremble, as if listening with us. The world feels very small now. Only you, me, and the truth between us. Perhaps I should stop speaking before words ruin what silence perfects. Still, allow me this one vow, even before I know what tomorrow brings. I will guard you, not as a servant to a crown, but as a soul devoted. I will stand between you and every shadow, even if it means I vanish into it. That is the shape of my heart, my princess. Do with it what you will. Ah, you did not move. You are still there, still listening, still holding the weight of my words as if they were petals rather than burdens. Good. Then I shall continue, for silence is a treacherous thing, and I am no longer willing to let truth be so quiet. Do you know, princess, what it means to guard someone's life and yet feel powerless over your own heart? Every day I swear to shield you from harm, yet every glance from you pierces deeper than any arrow. It is a dangerous honesty, to admit it, But tonight I am recklessly honest. I have loved you from the first moment I saw you in court, radiant and untouchable, the world bowing before your grace. I told myself it was admiration, devotion, duty, all noble sentiments befitting a knight. But I was lying to myself. No, not lying. Hiding from you, from myself, from every law I swore to uphold. And yet you, with that infuriating, beautiful smile, you saw it anyway. You always do. And yet, you didn't scold me. You merely leaned closer in your subtle, infuriating way, letting your words brush against me like sunlight, like a challenge. And so, I am undone. Completely. Not by battles, not by enemies, not even by dragons that would make men tremble, but by you, my princess. I do not expect you to answer me. Do not speak. Simply know that you are seen, that your knight has surrendered her caution, and that her heart no longer obeys her. I hear your silent laughter. I feel it even. You always have this way of speaking without words, and it disarms me more than any foe ever could. If I dared, I would take your hand. I would fold you into my arms and shield you from every sorrow the world could dare to offer. But instead, I wait, obedient, patient, because I swore my vows. Yet patience and obedience feel less noble tonight, for I find my soul screaming to claim what is already mine, if only by the grace of your indulgent gaze. I do not ask for return of feelings, princess. I do not beg for a promise. I only ask that you know if the world should fall to fire and shadow, my heart has already chosen you. Do you feel the irony? That the one sworn to guard you would confess in whispers and shivers rather than with steel? But here's my vow again. More than words this time. By every oath, by every sunrise I witness, by every blade I wield, I will protect you. No shadow, no blade, no force in this kingdom or beyond shall touch you while I draw breath. Even if it costs my life, even if it drains me of all I am, I will stand between you and peril. Do you see now? That no decorum, no custom, no law of men can bind my heart as it is bound to you. I will not falter. I will not yield. And if the night grows too long, and if courage fails, I shall borrow it from the memory of your smile, from the strength of your laughter, from the warmth of your presence that lingers in every quiet corner of this castle. You would laugh at me now, I know. Perhaps roll your eyes with that infuriatingly perfect air of amusement. But I do not care. Let me be ridiculous, if it means I am true. I am yours, princess. Yours to command, yours to tease, yours to love in my quiet, patient, foolish way. And yet, I do not only love, I admire you. The way you move through this world, delicate yet unyielding. The way you command respect, even from those who would dare oppose you. The way you are entirely yourself and make every person near you feel the gravity of your presence. And, for some cursed reason, the pull of your heart. I cannot explain it, nor do I wish to. I merely feel it. Always. Even when my back is turned, even when my eyes are closed, even when my lips are pressed to silence. And so, I make this final vow. Not merely as a knight, not merely as a servant of the crown, but as a soul, wholly, irrevocably bound to you. If you wish, Princess, I would press my lips to your forehead, a kiss of devotion, of protection, of unspoken longing. If you allow it, I would hold you tightly, letting the world fall away until nothing exists but us and this moment. Forgive me. I grow bold in the warmth of your silent encouragement. But know this. Come what may, I will guard you. Always. No threat too great, no hour too dark, no foe too fearsome. I am your shield, your sentinel, your knight, and I shall be nothing less than that until my last breath. And if you were to ever place your hand in mine, I would never let it go. Not in jest, not in fear, not in sorrow, only in trust, only in devotion, only in the way my heart has always known it belongs. So, speak to me, Princess, or remain silent. I do not care which. Only know, I am yours, all of me. And should the world threaten even a single hair upon your head, I swear, by blade, by breath, by every fragment of courage within me, I shall stand against it. Even if my life is the cost, even if the night swallows me whole. You have my oath, you have my heart, and if you would permit, my embrace. Yes, here, like this. The world outside may rage, but in this circle of candlelight there is only you and only me. And my vow to guard, cherish, and love you with every breath until my last. So sleep, Princess, if you will. Rest, knowing that even the shadows dare not touch you while I draw breath. And if dreams bring fear, you will find me here, as I promised, steadfast, unwavering, devoted. I am yours, my princess.